Hi, welcome in. Nice to meet you. My name is Ashley. You're here for the interview today, right? At 1 o'clock? Great, wonderful. It's lovely to meet you. I'm happy to have you here. How was your ride in? Not bad? Great. I know sometimes you can hit traffic on that road, so it's nice to hear that you got here okay. So let me just, if you don't mind, I will grab your resume here. I see you have it all nicely organized. Let me take a look at this. So I really like this portfolio. It's very nice. Okay, we've got your resume. Take this out. Okay, I'm gonna just grab my pen just so I can take some notes if I need to. Okay, excuse me. All right, so see here that you just recently graduated. What did you go to school for again? Okay, great. And how was that? Good, you liked it? Nice. What kind of classes did you take? Nice, very nice. I like that. All right, and have you ever worked in a position in this field before? Okay, just once before, just for a little bit of time. Sure, no problem, that's okay. This is kind of an entry-level position, so you don't have to worry about having, a crazy industry experience here. We will train you, so please don't be nervous about that at all. Your resume does look great. I see your work experience. I see you also worked, it looks like at a pool. I know it's not relevant, but how was that? Okay, what else did you do? You taught? Okay, nice. Yeah, I know it's not necessarily relevant to this job, but it's always just nice to hear about other experience to see how well of a rounded person you are. So I always love that. And I see here you've got some certifications. Do you want to tell me about those? Okay, cool. Okay, so one was through school and the other one was through work. Great. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, well, I'm happy to see it. Your resume looks great. Everything seems outstanding. So kind of move off that. I'm just going to take some notes. But what made you apply for this position? What do you think? Like, what was the drawing point for you? Okay. Great. Awesome. Okay, and we definitely have that here for you. And then in regards to that, what would you say are some goals? What are you looking to get out of this position? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Nice. Oh, wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. That really aligns well with what we have here. So that makes me very happy. But yeah, I really like that. Just tell me a little bit about the one job that you did have. How do you feel that those duties aligned with what you saw in the job description for this position? Do you feel comfortable? Or do you feel like maybe there are some things you might need to touch up on? Okay. Sure, and we can do that here. Yeah, don't worry about that. That is fine. Okay. And would you be willing to get any additional certifications for this position if need be? Sometimes we have different offers through the company, so that would be paid for. You wouldn't have to worry about out-of-pocket costs. Great. Great. Wonderful. All right, great. And another question would be, what are you looking for a day-to-day? What would your ideal day be in this position? Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. Wonderful, wonderful. And are you familiar with the different codes of conduct that we have in place? Have you worked at a facility that had those same guidelines, or were they different? Okay. Okay. Sure, sure. Great. All right. In terms of the technical questions, I do feel like you are like an all-rounder for this position. But just a little bit about yourself now. I'd love to hear kind of, what your long-term outlook would be like. What do you enjoy to do? Would you want this job to be something that you grow into, or do you have other things on the horizon? Just, your 10-year plan, I guess. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. Great. That's awesome. I really like that. That's wonderful. You really sound like you have it together, so I love that for you. All right, great. And I guess just about yourself, in terms of just industry work right now, and I guess in general, what would you say are some strengths about you? What are your like best qualities? Okay. All right, great. No, those are great. Those are great. And then for the tougher question, what would be some weaknesses? What do you feel like you might struggle with? And I want you to be honest. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Just let me know exactly what you feel, because we're not going to judge you for your weaknesses. Rather, we're going to try to find a way to work around them or work through them to make this a comfortable fit for you. So what would you say? Okay. All right, great. Yeah, no, and that's totally okay. Like I said, I myself personally, I am a very, very type A person, I guess you could say. So I'm very strict with myself and what I do. So I have to, kind of take a step back sometimes and say, okay, I need to calm down. It's not going to happen that way, and that's okay. So I do really appreciate your honesty, because it's all things that we can work with. It's not, any detrimental qualities. So I don't want you to feel bad for that, okay? All right. Just a few more. Like I said, I want to keep this quick and casual. I know you've got things to do. It is a Friday. We want to enjoy our weekend. And that is something I guess I should mention, is we have a really good work-life balance here, okay? So when you're done with your job, we have our hours in place, but we don't want to hold you up. We want you to go and enjoy. When you leave this door, job stays here. You go home, you relax, you do what you gotta do. But we'll always be there to support you if need be outside of hours. But I don't want you to feel that you have to overload yourself. So please don't stress about that. But yeah, in terms of the technical questions, just one more if you don't mind. I'd love to know about, well, I guess maybe a few more. And just in scenarios, what was an obstacle you might have faced at your old job? And how did you go about fixing or, getting around that obstacle? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Smart. Yeah. Very smart. I like that. Okay, great. And did you ever have any, processes that you felt could have maybe been improved at your old job? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. No, yeah, I agree with that actually. That makes a lot of sense. And what would you say? Is there any story you have in mind that you would be proud to share? Maybe a work accomplishment or overcoming an obstacle, something that you feel is very impressive and characteristic of yourself? Okay. Ah, nice. Wow, that's great. Yeah, that's a great story. Okay, awesome. That's impressive. Very impressive. I hope you do that here. But okay. I don't want to hold you up. Really, the rest of the questions would just be hobby questions, which I feel, if you want to chat, I'm always down to chat, but I don't want to hold up your time. And I think that hopefully this would be a good fit, and I can get to know you more about what you like to do and where you like to spend your afternoons in the position with a new job, right? But all right, just let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay, great. Let's check this one out. All right, that all looks really good. I'm really impressed with all of your qualifications. I think you'd be a perfect fit. So let me just take a look over this. I do have a few more interviews this evening, but like I said, you really seem to have your stuff together, and it seems like you'd be a really good candidate for this position. So I'm hopefully going to be talking to you soon with some good news, okay? But aside from that, that's all I really have for you today. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come meet with me and drive out here. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and have a safe drive home, because, highways can get a little bit crazy on the weekends, right? So I want to make sure you get home in tip-top condition. This way we can potentially have you back here to start a new job. But all right, let me close this up for you. All right, here you go. Great. All right, and it was a lovely meeting you. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I'll be talking to you soon.